Well, here's the scoop. Where's the ice cream? Where's the scoop? See how they got smaller? Look at they don't. 38 flavors of Baskin Robbins. I think we got a problem here with the scoop. No, we have a problem with distribution. Things are not being distributed properly. Like we're not getting large amounts for small amounts of money. Anyway, I'm in Florida and it's raining. I like to say that because I know the people up north get really nervous about this weather. In January, they love to hear that we're having bad weather because then they can all get excited that they're not in Florida. But right now, we're having rainy weather. And I think I'm breathing heavily from all of the pollen in the air. And we have a hurricane warning. See, if you give them all this stuff, then they love it. They love to hear that things are bad in Florida. I tell you, my walker got rusty. I'm having a terrible time here. Why am I laughing? The news is terrible. It's always terrible. That's what we live off of, gossip. Gossip is never good. It takes the paint off of furniture. Well, what's the latest? The latest? Okay. Separation of children from parents. You've heard that 1,000 times on 600 channels. All I can tell you is that when I separated from my parents, my mother was excited. Thank God they had another party. Well, my mother did try to find me. She put my picture on a milk carton and then put the carton behind the cheese in the refrigerator. They didn't want to see me again. But it was my voluntary. You know, I mean, I wasn't a baby coming here to this country. I was a guy who was full grown and eating too much out of the refrigerator. My kids called me the Bill Cosby of the family because I stood in front of the refrigerator when they were teenagers and put a lock on it so they would, yeah, it costs a lot of money to feed kids. Come on. It's more expensive to feed teenagers than it is yourself. And as you get older, you eat less. Because you know you don't have a lot to go and there's not any money. So those are the reasons, you know, they kind of cross-check. Speaking of cross-checks, that's what's wrong in the government. So you got 3 branches of the government. Now there's a reason we have 3 branches. You have 3 branches so the tree wouldn't rot. Now what do you have? You got a government now. There's a guy that's leaving as a Supreme Court justice, right? And the government on the presidential side is trying to influence and decide to have someone who will think more like they want it to be done. And that's like rigging that division, isn't it? I mean, aren't we supposed to have 3 autonomous divisions? Yet the president appoints the Supreme Court justice. They're talking about someone who's going to be around 40, 50 years. Why do they have lifetime jobs? Where did my lifetime job go? These guys in the Supreme Court, they got it knocked. And that Ginsburg, whatever her name is, boy, she looks like she's ready for the home. I mean, nobody wants to say anything, but I do. If you got someone who look like that, you follow her around with a life support system. And you know, you got people here who are making up the laws of the land. And look at the laws, they're all being violated anyway. People walking in and shooting people and all this stuff like that. No matter what the laws are, they're not following them. We got 3 divisions, as I said, and they're all divided. We need 3 multiplications, not 3 divisions. The president's got to get out of the way of appointing the FCC commissioner. That guy never been near, I don't think he owned a radio where he's from. I don't even remember his name. This guy is running the Federal Communications Commission, appointed by the president, doesn't know about radio, and he's making all these choices about radio. You don't have to know the field to make choices in the fields anymore. You don't have, I mean, I bet he doesn't even have an Apple Watch or an AirPod, which incidentally are going to be improved now. You're going to be able to turn it off if you don't like something someone says. Selective hearing. That's my kind of hearing aid. But we're in a terrible time right now because Obama's starting to look good again, and so is Hillary. She should show a little leg. I think she could win. We got a government that's falling apart because they can't keep jobs. I mean, people in the government can't keep their jobs, let alone unemployment. What's the unemployment rate in the White House? They're getting all the unemployment checks and extended benefits. Those guys are the ones that are they're quitting. You know, I mean, I've had a lot of jobs in radio, 39, 40 jobs in radio. People used to make fun of me because I had a lot of jobs. I could work in this White House very easily and quit every week. It's just a natural order of things for me. So we have things to do in our society right now. Nobody can get together because we're separated by electronics. That's why, essentially. You know, what puts us together takes us apart. That's the texting. I don't know why we have talk shows on radio with phones. Nobody uses the phone anyway. They text. They ought to have a text calling show. Somebody get hit out there? I heard a scrape. Oh, I know what that is. Those are the Mexicans that came to clean the lawn. You know, I told you what they want to do is they want to put the blowers that they have, the leaf blowers. They want to put them on reverse and blow these guys back to. Where are they from in Mexico anyway? It's a big country. It's a big. I like what Yakov Smirnoff used to say. This is it's quite a country. We're getting crazy. We're getting crazier. We're getting crazier. It's not working. Everything is going to what they call Trump hell now, right? And I'm not picking a side. I mean, this is the public. This is what everybody's saying. People are so mad at everything. They're mad all day. It remind me of that Gandhi movie, Mahatma Gandhi movie, where he sat and he says, you know, in India everybody was so mad. They were mad at the English back then, the British. And he said, you know, we're gonna fight each other, gonna take each other's eyes out, and we will be blinded. He says, you will have a toothless and a blind nation. I think we got that because we have bad dentistry. That's why you can't afford to have your teeth fixed. What am I laughing at? All I know is I got the scoop. You got the ice cream. It's a Reynolds Rap.